it sounds like she's had less stool from her bottom overnight. Good. So she may still, even after surgery, have some stool from the bottom, but this should help decrease that significantly. Or sorry, not from the bottom, from the vagina.
Yeah.
Or the bottom, actually.
We
from
know what
either
you mean.
orifices.
Yeah.
Okay. And are you with therapy?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah. She just finished up. I pretty much tired her up.
Oh, perfect. What was she able to do with you?
So we tried to get to edge of bed, but I think at this point it's still
Oh,
requiring pretty
sure.
heavy assist.
Yeah.
But I think that it's more so to do with
Yeah, and it
how she
sounds
was
like
moving
they weren't
before.
doing,
Yeah.
you know, it sounds like they weren't doing too much therapy with her, which is why I wanted you guys to come start working with her. And, you know, while she was still having a lot of fecal matter coming out of the vagina and the soreness with that, I didn't want therapy to be moving you and stuff like that too much, but hopefully now that there's going to be less of that.
This is
issue.
great. We're just
Yeah.
amazed that she could lift her leg on her own and
Yeah. It's definitely an important part of recovery. So today we'll get this urinary catheter out. Now that the fecal matter is being diverted, there should be a decreased risk of you getting a urinary tract infection, but having a tube in your urethra does increase that risk. So to decrease that risk further, we'll take this out. And if they need to, if you're having urinary incontinence or anything like that, sometimes they put like a suction catheter to catch the urine.
Oh, we heard about those.
Yeah, so we'll see if you end up needing it. If you need it, it sometimes helps protect the skin. But because of the suction, sometimes people have trouble tolerating it. I'm okay with her using it or not using it, depending on how well you tolerate it and, you know, how much of a problem the incontinence is being. It might help protect her skin though,
Yeah.
if she tolerates it.
That skin needs to heal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad to see you're doing so well. We're just gonna go slowly with you, but if you want to have, you know, something to eat and drink, that's fine from my perspective. So whatever sounds good to you. You don't even have to be restricted to hospital food. If you want to have these kiddos sneak something in for you, I'm okay with that.
Okay. We've been trying to eat,
Yeah, we do have some cream of wheat that's
Okay.
cooled off finally, so.
but it was all so hot we couldn't eat.
Oh yeah, they tend to do that, huh?
Better
Well,
than coming cold, though.
yeah, so we'll see how the food goes. We'll continue the IV fluids until we make sure that you're drinking enough to keep yourself hydrated. And once we kind of prove that you're able to keep yourself hydrated, we'll turn that off. I think today is kind of just about rest and recovery, waiting for your colostomy to start working and making sure that the therapy and the food and the stomach care and all that goes well.
Okay.
We have you on some scheduled pain medication as well as needed medication. They'll bring the scheduled pain medication to you routinely, of course, but if you're still having pain, make sure you let your nurse know, because there is other medications ordered that you can get for pain. But it seems like you're doing pretty good. You're a rock star. Didn't even flinch when I pressed on your belly, I think. Any questions for me?
I don't think so.
When she lifted her up to sitting, she complained of pain in her lower abdomen.
Okay.
Is that
yeah,
normal?
that's
Okay.
Pretty to
Okay.
be expected, because that's where we were
The incisions
operating
for
and
the-
all that. And then I know Dr. Brady started talking to you guys about trying to look ahead and figure out a plan for the antibiotics and the blood thinners.
Right,
So
Yeah.
just think about it today, and we'll just continue touching base.
Yeah.
There's no rush to change anything or like find the ultimate plan. And while we have her in house, we're just going to continue those things. But
Yeah.
when she's leaving, you know, some of those things may be things that, you know, I don't know what the right answer is. It's kind of a risk benefits decision.
Yeah.
So just think about it and we'll touch base again.
Is the blood thinner ultimately gonna help those clots dissolve?
It does in that the blood thinner does help it dissolve in that it prevents the body from making more clot. But the body does innately have a mechanism for breaking down blood clots.
Okay,
So
so we're giving it
even
time to
without-
do that.
Yeah, even without the blood thinner, there is a chance that blood clots could improve on their own. And now that we have the filter in place, the blood clots in our
Yes.
legs are not as big of a concern because chances are pretty good that the filter will do its job and catch anything.
Right.
The blood clot in our lungs is pretty small, and over time her body should break that down.
Okay.
So as long as we can prevent, further clots from going up, I'm
Right.
optimistic that the current clot in the lungs hopefully won't, have
Cause
too
any more
big of a
trouble.
consequence. Right now she doesn't even need any oxygen because it's involving such well, not a small part, but like relatively small enough that
Mhm.
we're not seeing any side effects
That's
from
really
it.
good. Yeah.
So, it's kind of a risks benefits figuring out. But with her fall risk and her age, as people age, the brain tends to shrink and within the skull. So there's kind of more space, and that's why older people, when they fall, tend to get more head bleeds because if they fall,
Oh.
then and
Yeah.
the veins tear, that's when you get the bleed.
And if you're on a blood thinner, that's
And if you're on a
very
blood thinner,
serious.
that
Yeah.
risk increases. So
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
it's a risks benefits in that if you stay on the blood thinner, those clots might get better faster,
Right.
and there's a decreased chance that it'll get bigger.
Right.
Without the blood thinner, there's a chance it could get bigger, but the body does have mechanisms to stop that from happening.
Yeah.
And if she does stay on the blood thinner long term and falls again, it could cause
Yeah.
serious consequences.
Do you have anything that would stop this piece on my mouth?
Is it sore? Is it painful?
Oh, it doesn't actually hurt. I
Okay.
just know it's there.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have anything specific. It looks like there's a bit of a wound there. We'll just keep an eye on it. It should get better with time. Not sure.
I'm sorry.
Any other questions I can answer for you guys?
So, do you think the fistulas could heal and close over time, or are those probably just there?
There's a chance, but I think that the chances that they'll completely heal, it'll, with her nutritional level where it is,
Yeah.
she's already going to be at a slower rate of healing.
Sure.
And
So it's just a wait and see, and now that we're
Yeah.
bypassing that,
And now
then,
that we're bypassing it, it's not as big of a
yeah,
problem.
yeah,
Things aren't going through it.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
since it's a loop, a little bit might still kind of leak over and
Uh-huh.
pass down, but the vast majority of it is not
Yeah.
going to be. So
okay.
okay.
All
Thank
right.
you.
I'm glad to see you doing so well.